welcome to your progressed natal chart report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I love doing progressions. They're so fun. This is actually even cooler because I mean, we know I don't know what it is about Aquarius and just uncannily knowing and the Capricorn their timing, but you somehow scheduled this during the moon being progressed 0 degrees. All right, that's a huge deal. You are actually, oh, this is so awesome. All right, this is really cool. This is really cool. There's so much layers to this that I want to really get covered, and I really hope this resonates with you. The first thing I was going to say is technically you are now natural Queen Sara, okay? Because you were born with the Aries rising, the prototype original warrior, and the grapes that you gathered as an Aries rising, you now strengthened the quality of your character through Taurus, became the manifestation of your values, and went from original to natural queen. It looks like you're at the end of this 26 degrees rising. And in a few years, once you step into Gemini, you are going to become an angel. So this is huge. All right. Your personality is developing. You were born 8 degrees Aquarius sun. We see your 8 degrees Pisces sun. 2024 means you're going to turn 30 this year. That's 30 degrees of development. And it's even cooler because we see Saturn has actually progressed into Pisces. It's very rare to see an outer planet progress into the next sign, but you were born a master, 29 degrees, gangster, and you're becoming this divine gangster. I'm not even being sarcastic or joking in any way. I'm being very serious. So this is beautiful because we see this is 3 degrees, right? Saturn is 3 degrees, Pisces. And even though we see that in your chart, guess where it is right now? Saturn, as of now, is 3 degrees Pisces. Such a rare alignment. You can't make this up. So first of all, the Aquarius progression into Pisces is progressing into heaven. It's actually, in my biased opinion, the illest, dopest progression. It's what the progression series is for. It doesn't get better than this before you go back and become a baby again in Aries and all that. You're not gonna have to deal with that until another 22 years. So I just wanted to kind of highlight that 8 degrees Pisces next to gangster Saturn, 0 degrees Libra, and 26 degrees Taurus. Okay, in another like 2.5 years, your Gemini rising. And that's significant because of your South Node. So your rising has reached the nodal axis of destiny, unlocking the natural quality of your progressed personality so that you can unlock the relationships you are destined to transform. As we can clearly see, the North Node, of course, in moving backwards is moving forward and will go more into Gemini, even though naturally it moves backwards. So that being said, or seemingly because of the nodes of the moon, so, you know, they're actually more shadow points. But personally to that, okay, I really like this dynamic because you're in the midst of massive shifts. The first thing we want to look at here is the full moon. You have achieved a 180-degree angle full moon ever since the last new moon cycle you had. And the reason why that's important is because you were born during a full moon. You were literally born completing the Aquarius progression. Then, of course, around like 7 years old, you had the 3rd quarter square in Scorpio to help you understand the purity of the knowledge you were born as an entire celestial queen gangster representing. Yeah, I said it. And then at 14, that's where you kicked in the new moon in Aquarius. I want to make sure that new moon wasn't in Pisces though. It looks like it was at the very end. So let's time travel back in time. Let's say 2002. Okay, no. Yeah, it's very clear here that it was at the end of Aquarius you had this new moon. Yeah, in the 20th, the third decade. So this is where you kind of activated your celestial gangsterhood. I swear to God, I'm not joking. I know that. I know it sounds like a joke, but I respect Aquarius. Like this is no joke. Celestial gangsterhood. Like this was you kind of at 14, 15 years old, mind you, stepping into the authority of your royalty as Celestial Queen. And I like to say it like that because the way we're raised, you wouldn't really see it like that. But go back in time. This could be one of the most difficult periods of your life because Saturn doesn't play. It's the Reaper. But it's what really paved the way to forge how you are now. So we know 2007 was where you had the new moon, and that's why that's important, because relative to that new moon in Aquarius, now you are completing the Pisces progression. 2023 was the year you enacted. Late 2022 into 2023 was when you had the opposition at the beginning of course, Pisces and Virgo, mirroring 30 years of this evolution. All right, this is huge. When I started making 100 grand every year and I didn't need to work a part-time job and I could just do this full time, that was around the period when I had my progressed full moon. I am 7 years from then. I'm about to complete that harvest, and that's getting ready to have me move forward to the next stage. I mean, you could kind of see it in my career. I'm not making crazy money, but I've been able to kind of live off of what I do. And I'm getting ready to quite literally, I'm glowing up through that because I'm at the 10th house progress transit. You are getting ready to kick in the 8th house. All right. The 210 degree transformation process, which is going to kick in for you August of 2024. In fact, let me show you. In 8 months from now, during August, you will have the moon 8 degrees and the sun 9 degrees. So August, September is going to begin the 30-month transit, the 2.5-year transit that will take you from 210 degrees to 240 degrees with the moon in Scorpio. Okay. So during this period, it's going to bring monstrous transformation. The cool thing about the shift of the progressed moons is you can feel it. When the progressed moon was transiting my natal Placidus 9th house, I went back to college. The 9th house is higher education. And I didn't realize this until after the fact. So it's not like I looked at it and it was influenced. Like it was after I had graduated, I realized, oh shit. And once the moon left the 9th house, I graduated. So that's how accurate this shit is. Also, you can literally feel when it switches signs. So when it went into Sagittarius, just like adventurous Sagittarius, I was going all out. I was going out. I was, kind of purposeless. I didn't know what it all meant, but, I was constantly kind of like going out with friends. And it doesn't have to play like that for everyone, but for me, it carried that energy. As soon as it went to Capricorn, I was booked and busy. I made a lot of money. And then when it went to Aquarius, I stopped working that much. I went back to school, gained knowledge, and we see you're coming out of analytical Virgo and into balanced social Libra. Virgo social too, but it's more critical social. So this is going to transform the balanced understanding of the nature of this progression. You were born a celestial queen as an original. Let's just make sure we're clear. Like you got the royal energy, you got the Leo moon. So at your heart, you're a queen, you're royal, and your spirit is celestial royalty, which is high nobility. And all these motherfuckers could do is hate on how much you know, because you really got it like that. And I'm not trying to flatter you. Like I really do respect Aquarius. So the progression into Pisces is taking that knowledge and stepping into the only thing in the universe more powerful than knowledge. Imagination. And now in context, Capricorn is graduation. Aquarius is where you become a humanitarian. And once you progress into Pisces, you become a divine being, an ascended master. Once you step into now Aries, you become ascended master Sara. The Pisces progression releases the need for ego and has you become an entity, never mind your identity. Because as this collective universal awareness dictates, you now become aware of how everything is connected, and that requires you surrender this ego identification. Except you were born as an Aries rising, so you still got it, but it's just something to account for how diffuse Pisces will be and how miraculous and divine and lit it's going to be too, because now Saturn is here, so you have the total authority to command reality warping. Yep, reality warping through your imagination. Your heart that was detached and knowledgeable in Aquarius is now exalted and unconditionally loving in Pisces. Not to say that it wasn't before, but it's now a lot more. And we want to really look at the science of progressing Aquarius, which is a body of knowledge. If Virgo is analysis and Gemini is experimentation, that body and source of knowledge, the quality of what you know, epistemology, is Aquarius. And so that leads into the metaphysical perspective of that which is beyond the physical, which has granted you through your progressed Pisces sun extrasensory perception. And that's why I like to say, according to science, Pisces is fantasy. And that's just how backwards materialist, reductionist, empiricist science is. How laughable it is. Anyway, as we can see, okay, the moon that has been full in Virgo has enabled you the analytical understanding of what's physical to account for what's non-physical that you see. Heaven to earth, earth to heaven. And this is where you're going to apply this 180-degree harvest to now understand in social contexts how to maintain this otherworldly vision while feeling how you balance that with your relationships with other people, or like I like to say, other people. Okay, this is even beautiful. This is even more beautiful because we do see the connection between the AC and the nodes, which is also converging destiny, and the nodes unlocking your natal energy. So there's a huge milestone and getting ready to come of age as Pluto is getting ready to come out your MC and progress to your progressed MC and transit your progressed MC, go over your Mars, get ready to go over your sun over the next few decades. So very amazing celestial awakening. The moon in Libra will really guide you subconsciously to connect with those who balance your personality. And I mean, it's really favorable to the Aquarius energy. It's going to really have you be more social, talk to a lot more people, even if you're introverted through this. Although this is having you become social collective or the social goddess. So that being said, yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It's 0 degrees. In August is where you're officially going to begin the transformation arc that will transform how you apply this extrasensory perception relative to the social context of what actions you're taking with other people. And let's also look into when you're going to become a Gemini rising, because, you know, angelic, being an angel is just awesome. 29 degrees. So it's going to be the year of 2026. Looks like maybe later that year. Yep. 2026, my friend. 2026 is also going to be when you're getting ready to start the 9th house transit to, of course, now show you the occult hidden meaning and perspective and philosophy of your transformation of this divine awareness before the moon in Sag completes this harvest arc. Okay, I've been on my harvest arc since 2017. And now that I'm getting ready to come out of it, I'm getting ready to culminate all the success that I've gotten since 2016, where I became Magic Mike and worked for with Lotta and also grew my business. And getting ready to pivot and probably, you know, release this and get ready to work on something new. But, you know, knowing the progress cycle really just helped me stop trying to rush everything and realize how, oh, wow, like we really decided this before we were born. So don't let anyone try and take that power away from you. I don't think anyone wants any problems with you, Queen Sara, because you definitely not only becoming divine, and I don't mean that in like a compliment way. I mean like the responsibility that comes with having authority over divinity and being able to, you know, look into facets of consciousness people don't even know exist except through imagination and belief and make it very real for you. Definitely looking forward to your feedback my friend. And until next time.